What's up guys, welcome back to another Kengan Ashura video. If you're enjoying these Kengan Ashura videos, make sure to subscribe because I plan to make many more in the coming days and weeks. So let's get into today's video. Today we are ranking from weakest to strongest all the fighters in the Kengan Ashura Annihilation Tournament. Okay, you can also make sure to leave a comment of your list, or if you disagree with anything as you're watching the video, make sure to leave a comment, let me know what you think about characters, where they sit in the terms of weakest to strongest. You can happily disagree with me, I'll chat to you in the comments, make sure to let me know what you think, and yep, that's it guys, hope you enjoy. Start at rank 32, the weakest fighter. We have the man from the land of dreams, Nezu. He's not that bad of a character as a fighter. Based on his the reason he got into it, it's pretty weak, trying to save a amusement park. Pretty weak. He does have a history of being a champion of the previous of a different fighting underground ring at the age of 18. In the tournament he was 22 when he fought. That was his first Kengan match and he pretty much just got destroyed one hit. Too easy, nothing really promising, couldn't really see anything that he could do. That's why he's last in rank 32. 31 we have Salvador, the Bird of Darkness. It is a he, not a she. At first, when I first watched the anime before I read the manga, I thought it was a she, but it's actually a male, so there's that. He got destroyed pretty easily in the first round. Based on his prior record, he had 4 wins and that was his first loss. Nothing very special, and I don't think he stands a chance or would have had any more wins if he was to battle any other characters above him. So yep, there you go, rank 31. 30 we have Ryuto, the Superman. He isn't very intelligent, he's kinda strong, not really, doesn't really compare to many of the elites in strength, but his intellect isn't really high at all, and that's what brings him down here. I believe he could defeat the 2 people below him, but anyone higher, I think he'll just get outsmarted and then this body just like that. Rank 30 he goes. 29 we have Adam Dudley, the Emperor. His past consisted of him being a street fighter and considered, if not the best street fighter in America. But when it came to the Kengan Annihilation Tournament, he was outclassed pretty heavily, lost in the first round, like many of these low rank characters, and he didn't really show any promise. His way of fighting is pretty simple and he just would get destroyed by the martial arts users and the people with superior strength. So yep, there he is, rank 29. Yeah, we have Gozo. To be honest, I don't remember who this character is, who he fought. I saw him in the anime, I watched or read his fight in the manga, and I still don't remember who this guy is. He's known as the Immeasurable. I would put him lower because it's the only character I do not remember even seeing him fight. But looking at his past wins, he has 19 wins and 3 losses, which is pretty strong. His fight, he got pretty much bodied, but still, I think with those 19 wins, has to show promise and far more experience over any of the characters lower than him. So I'm gonna put him in rank 28. 7 we have Inaba, the Black Phantom. He isn't really that strong strength-wise compared to pretty much all the other fighters in the tournament, but he is known as a world-class assassin for his Inaba clan. So he has that going for him. He was Oma's first opponent, and I think he would probably outsmart and probably defeat all the people below him, but everyone higher he'll probably just lose to strength and just not being able to do anything really. So we have Chira, the Faithless Man. His ability to copy people's fighting style would probably make quite a big issue for all the fighters below him, making him probably outcome on the top. It also depends on where he fights in the tournament. So if he's the first person to fight, he could be lower, but if we're going by where he was in the tournament, he had seen some fights, he got some styles, and he'd be able to just scare a lot of people even though he can't use all these styles. But just with that alone, I don't think any of the characters below him will be able to stand a chance, but all the characters above him will probably just out skill him in this prestige alone. So yep, happy with him in rank 26. 5 we have Hanafusa, the Dissector. pretty much the doctor of the story. His ability to use his bones as weapons would probably be a pretty big trouble for all the fighters below him. He has some alright speed, he has no strength pretty much. He's going to have to rely on his bone attacks and his like pressure point attacks. He has pretty good speed though, so it might be hard for a lot of the lower characters to handle him. No, none of the higher characters would probably even get phased by him. He does have his poison, but that's not going to win him the fight. Get a hit, he'll probably just lose after that. So with that alone, I think he'll good strong pot 25, probably able to outspeed and outmaneuver everyone lower than him, but anyone high, he'll probably just lose by the end. There he goes, Doctor. We have Kanada, the Giant Killer. His cunning abilities and his intellect and be able to predict and see somewhat into the future about what's going to happen throughout the fight will probably create a lot of trouble for all the lower characters. Even some of the higher ranked characters this guy could cause the trouble. But me thinking about, I don't think he'll be able to do enough damage even while knowing what's going to happen in the battle. I don't think he'll be able to enough damage to any of the higher characters, but all the lower ones, and especially characters who aren't as close to him intellect wise, he'll be able to pretty much body them for the most part, won't be able to touch him, but a lot of characters will just outmind him in strength, because by far he is the weakest character in the term of strength, but intellect pushes him up to rank 24. Here we have Kono, the Destroyer. He is pretty much the biggest character in the Kengan Ashura tournament in the terms of weight, with it being like 300 plus kilos, so that's crazy. He probably won't be able to get phased by any of the lower characters. Like none of the other characters below will be able to even hurt him, I don't think, due to his size and just his strength coming with his size. But a lot of characters with more speed and more like having the might and like ability to take him out with like one hit or just like a damaging attack could heavily handle him due to him being extremely lazy, which was his ultimate downfall. But he is really big, and with that alone, with his just pure size, no really tactics, no skill, he gets to rank 23. Here we have Karo, the Giant of the Sea of Japan. His heavy looking body shape and how big and massive he is and how pretty much he's not really scared of anyone will probably put a lot of pressure on all the lower fighters, and he is pretty strong. His strength isn't nothing to disregard. He's pretty powerful. I don't think he doesn't have very much skill, but he has the will to fight and he can fight, that's for sure. And I just think any of the other characters lower than him wouldn't be able to handle his pressure and just his want to fight and his ability to just tank through stuff and just deal with pain and all stuff along those lines. So yep, there you go, rank 22. We have Kyozen, the Brawler of the Sumo Ring. He has a pretty good win-loss ratio in the Kengan matches with 8 wins until he lost his first match in the Annihilation tournament. He has pretty good techniques, his style's good, he's very strong and very massive. That could cause a problem for a lot of the smaller characters and characters with less tactics and martial art experience compared to him, which gives him a nice spot at rank 21. Chinchi, the Exterminating Vigor, can get rank 20 alone just based on his record with 48 wins and 1 loss that he got in the Annihilation tournament from the Kure. He's a strong character. We didn't get to see everything he has. I think against all the characters below him, he'll be able to win pretty convincingly, but the characters above, I'm not really sure, so I'm going to play it safe and leave him here in spot 20. We have Meguro, the Crying Man. I'm going to leave him here in rank 19 because of how insane and crazy he is, which may make his opponents hard to fight him because of how sporadic and have no idea what he's really going to do in his fighting style. With that alone, I think he would catch a lot of people off guard, and I think rank 19 is pretty good for him. 10 we have Nikado Ren, the Watchman. I think he'll be a good spot here because his main strongest attack, which would probably one hit KO all the characters below him. There's not very many characters that will be able to handle that attack if he gets it off, but the problem is him being able to get it off, and I think most of the other characters above him would end up winning, surviving, or just won't let him get that attack off in general. We have Akuya, the Executor. He has a Kengan match record of 42 plus wins with 1 loss for happening in the tournament. I think without him cheating in the tournament, with him coming into his killer instinct, I think he'll be able to outmight and probably outmaneuver many of the characters, or if not all the characters below him. I don't think he really has a chance against any of the characters above him due to his martial arts not being fully developed, but he can happily just kill people. He's strong and he is very focused in all around, and I think rank 17 is a good spot for him. Then we have Bando, the Bloody Tusk. I think his ability to stretch his limbs and body around would probably cause a lot of trouble for many of the characters, with them not really expecting something like this to be able to live. His ability to absorb attacks and just not fall, especially from attacks around the neck, would probably cause a lot of trouble for many of the characters that can't really hurt him or don't have the physical power to damage him. And I think he could catch a lot of people off guard. He has no real technique. He just goes in and goes for the kill, simple as that. I think with that alone, he'll be able to hold his own against most characters, and nice and easy in the middle at rank 16. Rank 15 in the top half, we have Okubo, the King of Combat. He had a very good fight against Fang. He did get destroyed convincingly at the end of the fight, but I still think if he was to fight all the characters below, he's skill alone and his ability to change technique and just outskill many of the fighters, he could hold his own and probably defeat all the characters below him. But a lot of people above him have more refined skills and have like extraordinary ability. He pretty much is like ordinary but to the max, and with a whole lot of different fighting styles. So I think with that alone, he can hold his own at rank 15. He could go higher, but I'm happy with him at rank 15. Hashi can have rank 14 because he is just a simple wrestling tank. He's known as Hell's Angel, and I think he'd just be able to tank pretty much all the characters below him. He did with most of the characters, and like, he's old, he's strong, he's durable. He has a lot of fights, 58 wins, 2 losses, and I think he'll be fine fighting anyone below him, and he'll probably tank a lot of the attacks from the upper people. I don't know if he'll be able to win against the others, so that's why he is rank 14. He is crazy, and he's simply enough, he won't give up. That's why I'm giving him rank 13. He's strong, he's crazy, and great character, so yep, rank 13. Rank 12 we have Cosmo. Cosmo is very smart. I think he'll be able to cause a lot of trouble. He made it all the way to pretty much the end of the fighting, so that's pretty good. All his fights were tough. He got through them though. He was able to get through them until he lost, and I think there's a lot of growing room, but at the point as presented in the series, I think rank 13 is, or rank 12 for Cosmo is pretty good. I think he'll be able to defeat a lot of people with his hold and grappling abilities just with that alone. Then we have Mutaba, the Genocider, the mercenary that could probably stomp a lot of characters in the Kengan matches. He's not really focused on perfecting martial arts. He's pretty much just a mercenary for hire that will do his job. If he went full out where he would fight to the death, I think he could hold this spot at rank 11, because he made it pretty far in the tournament and he pretty much just had given up because he didn't want to take any more damage really. And you got to respect that, and yep, rank 11 he is. We have Julius the Monster with 50 plus wins in Kengan matches with 1 loss. I think his strength is unrivaled, only to one other character that I'll talk about later. Pretty much equal with the most strength. He has the biggest build in all the fights. I think many, or if not all the characters below him wouldn't even stand a chance against him. They probably could do some damage, but as a whole I don't think they could really hurt him. All the other characters above him have like special techniques and special skills that could probably defeat him, but all the characters below, I don't think they stand a chance against this monster. His nickname is the Monster, and that's what he is, a simple monster with overwhelming strength to start off the top 10 list. And we have Kure, known as the Devil. His berserker, pretty much physical element, will probably be very strong against many of the characters below. If he combines that with the Kure clan special techniques, I think he'll be able to hold his own to most characters on this list, and with that alone I'm going to put him in rank 9. Ray, known as the Lightning God, I think with his speed alone he can hold the spot of rank 8. His ability to end the fight pretty much instantly will cause a lot of trouble to a lot of characters, but characters like Julius will probably tank that. But by the end, if he goes into his like full lightning state, I think he'll be able to outmaneuver and just pretty much win the fight for most fights, and that's why he's going to rank 8. We have Kiryu, the beautiful beast. I think his ability to use the Nico style and his own style and even his Ashura form can pretty much guarantee his victory among most characters in this list. He had a very strong fight, did pretty well against top characters that I haven't mentioned thus far, which shows how his ability to adapt and be pretty strong. He has a past of this training, getting stronger. He is able to kill people, he's crazy, and with that alone I think he can hold his spot at rank 7. Next we have Hatsumi Sen, the floating cloud. I think him at full power, where he cares about wanting to win, will be able to handle all the characters below him. He's said to rival the Fang and be one of the only people to defeat characters above him in this list, but that was in the past. I think at the time in the Annihilation Tournament, the 5 characters that are above him will be able to defeat him based on them having training and just preparing to battle. And I think since the past where he was said to be this strong at his full power, people have overcame that, and like his fight with the Fang, he was pretty much destroyed pretty easily by the Fang when he was said in the past to rival him when he's at full power and in some ways be stronger, but he got pretty destroyed by the new stronger Fang. So with that alone, I think he's rank 6. Joyoung, the Thai god of war. His fight with the Fang was something else. He was pretty much the closest character at that point in the story to even get close to hurting the Fang. He almost won the fight against the Fang. I think he's extremely strong. I think he'd be able to outbox, which is pretty much his only moveset. Not his only moveset, but his main moveset is more Mortai based when he wants to get serious. But his boxing skill as the world champion boxer will be able to probably handle most characters. Characters like Natsumi could be able to handle him, but I think as a whole, when he goes into his full Mortai Thai tactics to win, I think he'll be able to handle most characters on this list, and I'm going to leave him in rank 5. We have Wakatsuki, the wild tiger. He's going to be here for 3 main reasons. The first reason is he is 309 Kengan match wins with only 3 losses, those being to the Fang, Hatsumi and the Oma. I think at this point, because it was in the past when he lost against Hatsumi, and I think at the time of the tournament he's far stronger than what he was then. I think with that alone he'd probably be higher than Hatsumi based on how Hatsumi fought against the Fang and what he was able to do. Where he did that punch against Julius, his fight with Oma was top tier. Everything about him was greatness. He wanted to win so bad, but sadly he didn't. So I think his strength alone equaled strongest character in the series strength-wise. He's very smart, very durable, very intelligent. He's just a gun, very experienced. Too easy in rank 4. Rank 3 we have our protagonist, Oma Ashura. He is pretty much, you could argue that he's the second strongest because he made it to the final, but I don't think he'll be able to win against the Fang in a fight if they're both full power. I think it'll be extremely close, like life or death, on the brink of death battle. But I think just the Fang's ability to overcome stuff will probably defeat Oma even when he's at his force using the Nico style, and even if he taps into the berserk state, I think he might lose, but I could be wrong about this. He could be second, but it could be third. It's interchangeable, but I'm happy with putting him in 3rd. We have Kano, the Fang of Metsusudo, with 160 wins and 1 loss. I think no characters below him, or maybe possibly Oma and Wakatsuki, would be able to handle him in a fight. The character above him clearly can, but all the characters below him won't be able to handle his ability to adapt and overcome, change his style. They'll just get overwhelmed and destroyed. That says with his 160 wins, just like that. He defeated all the characters below him except for Oma. But I think him at full power, if he was the one to advance to the final against Oma, I think he might have won. It might have been close, he might have lost, might have won. But as a whole, 2nd place I'm fine. He's definitely not 1st. He's either 3rd, 2nd place, but I'm happy with 2nd place for him. Strongest fighter in the Kengan Annihilation Tournament, we have Kuroki Gensai, the Devil Lance. It's pretty simple. He won the tournament. He wasn't the strongest character. He defeated the Fang, he defeated Oma, he defeated Rei, he defeated Kiryu. All his fights were against top tier competitors, pretty much in the top 10, except for one guy. He defeated all of them pretty easily as well. he took some damage like with his head, but like it's not like he was on the brink of death. He won pretty convincingly, and I think I would have to say he's a step above most of the characters. He went from fighting the Fang and winning pretty convincingly, where the Fang was pretty much destroyed, just got lost, to fighting Oma in the final, where it was a little bit tougher, I think, but still with that alone, his knowledge, his ability, his tactics, his everything. Look at that beard on him. His beard alone just brings him up to the top, and rank 1 strongest fighter, there he is. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll be happily making more Kengan Ashura videos in the future. And yep, that's it, guys. Peace.